Hi everyone! Today I'm going to share with you 3 crops that you can plant in hanging baskets. Now a lot of people just limit hanging baskets to flowers, which are so pretty to have flowers spilling over your hanging baskets. But did you know that you can also plant edible crops in your hanging baskets? Not only to save space, but it keeps them off the ground from pests and critters. So let's jump into the video. Not every vegetable works well in hanging baskets. You do want to choose vegetables that are a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, or vegetables that trail and vine over the sides. But the first crop that I love to plant in hanging baskets are herbs. It's just so wonderful to have some herbs for easy access right outside my back door. I can pop out and snip and clip for meals. Here I've got some cilantro and some parsley growing in these hanging baskets, which are cool weather herbs. But as the weather heats up and these start to bolt, I'll probably pop some of my Italian large leaf basil and my purple basil in these hanging baskets. It'll just look so pretty. Now these baskets are lined with the Smart Pots basket liners. They're made out of the same fabric that the Smart Pots are made out of. So they're breathable, they drain well, they're super durable. They don't fall apart like the core liners do. And they come in a couple of different colors, but I really enjoy lining my baskets with these because they last for years and years. And I also like to pop some flowers in there in between my herbs to bring the pollinators in. And I just think the splash of color is so beautiful. The second crop I love to grow in hanging baskets are greens. These are some beautiful specialty greens. This is called Endive. It's from my new specialty green seed collection. It's a really beautiful ruffled green. And also all kinds of lettuce. You could even grow kale and chard in hanging baskets. Now these hanging baskets are right outside my back door. And my son, who actually doesn't eat vegetables at all, will actually pop out here and pick lettuce greens for his sandwiches. And otherwise he would probably never ever go all the way down to the garden to pick the greens. But they grow beautifully in hanging baskets because they're nice and compact. The key really is keeping them well watered. So here I have my hanging baskets hooked up to my drip irrigation. You can see those black little tubes circling around the basket. And then I've just connected the drip irrigation hoses onto this shepherd's hook with some cable ties, and then that hooks into my drip irrigation system. And these are hanging on little shepherd's hooks. You can easily plant from seed in hanging baskets, or you can start seeds indoors, which I did with these greens, and then move them outside. The third crop that I love to grow in hanging baskets and is so easy to grow are peas. And here I have some greens, flowers, and peas planted in my hanging baskets here on our deck. You can just pop seeds in with peas. They grow so easily in the cooler temperatures of early spring. Peas typically need a lot of support because they're vining vegetables. But hanging baskets eliminates the need for that. They'll just trail beautifully over the side. Then you can just step right outside, pick some peas, pick some lettuce, and you'll have yourself a nice little crunchy salad. Now we love to sit out here, especially on Sunday mornings, and have breakfast. Camera guy usually lights a fire in the chimney. The hummingbirds come to visit, and typically I'll come out here before we have breakfast and pick some herbs, pick some greens for our scrambled eggs. So not only do they add visual interest, they save space, but they're going to save you some work putting up trellises for your peas. And back to greens for just a moment. I love to plant greens of different colors because it just adds so much visual interest to pop them in there with the flowers. This is the red romaine lettuce from my lettuce seed collection. Doesn't that look beautiful with the pansies in there? Then we have the kind of purplish tinged leaves with the bronze mignette. Another crop I love growing in hanging baskets are strawberries. Here's my strawberry crate tower, just kind of bursting back into life for spring. But strawberries are great to grow in hanging baskets because they have a nice compact root system and they trail beautifully over the sides, and then it also keeps them away from snails and slugs. So these are just waking up from their winter's nap, but I think we do have one little red strawberry on there. And you don't have to grow on shepherd's hooks. I mean, it's great if you can do that, but just find little spots in your garden where you can hang your hanging baskets. This one is just hanging on a trellis I made out of tree branches a couple of years back. A big mistake that people make when they're growing in hanging baskets is they let them dry out. So the key to success to growing lots of vegetables in hanging baskets is really in the watering. So I showed you how I attach my drip irrigation. You definitely want to check them daily, especially during the hot weather, to make sure that they don't dry out. Water them when necessary. If they do dry out though, a really good way to rehydrate them is to set them in a tub of water. This way they soak up the water from the bottom, the soil gets good and saturated, and you don't have to water it near as often. So put them in your bin of water, let them sit for half an hour or so until the top of the soil is a nice dark brown color. Then you can take them out, hang them back up, and you are good to go. So when it comes to hanging baskets, definitely think outside the box. Plant yourself more than flowers. Plant some herbs, some greens, some peas, and some strawberries. And I would love to hear more of your ideas in the comments below too. Head over to CaliKimGardenandHome.com. Grab yourself a seed collection. Got herbs, greens, peas, all kinds of things that you can grow in hanging baskets. And while you're over there, check out my new book, The First Time Gardener, Raised Bed Gardening. Signed copies will go on sale within the next couple of days over at CaliKimGardenandHome.com. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Oh yeah, and I think I said at the beginning of the video I was going to share 3 crops, but I actually ended up sharing 4. So have fun.